welcome to my making journey. Let me just get this straight here. I see. I am filming from Valparaiso, Chile in South America. And well, today is the 29th of January. Here at the guest house, it's been really crazy. We're prepping for the 31st. Valparaiso is one of the world-known places to come for New Year's. So we have a full house, obviously. We've been fully booked for months and we are prepping the whole house for this. So it's been really crazy. But this is a short video. I just want to show you what I was able to do this year. I wasn't as productive as I thought. Having Max in my life takes a lot of my time for good. I'm not complaining. So a lot of the things that I wanted to do, I haven't been able to do, but that's okay. So I'm gonna really quickly, with no further ado, here we go. In January, I made a fanny pack for Johnny. This is a free pattern with a tutorial to go with by Core Fabrics, and the pattern is called the Core Belt Bag. It's really easy, really fun. I got materials to make like 4 of them, but I only made 1. But this is definitely something that you might want to keep doing as gifts and stuff like that, because it's just very easy, very straightforward. Comes in 2 sizes. I did the smaller one, I think. Then I made a dress for my little sister. She had gotten some fabric that we used for the lining of this dress, and together we found a red that was very similar for the shell. The pattern is the Kate tank top by Isa in Stitches, and all I did was lengthen it. She has a tutorial to do this, but it's really, really easy. You just lengthen it. So I thought that that turned really well. This is a paid pattern, but I think she's amazing, and I love all her stuff. And this particular pattern is great. She teaches how to do the burrito method really clearly, which is something I struggled when I made this dress. If you're interested, this was the Laelia tunic by Mood Fabrics, and I hacked it and turned it into a long dress with pockets. Yes, yes. And empire waist and a long closure on the back. And I love this dress. It's super comfortable, but I couldn't get the burrito method, so I ended up not doing a lining. And Isa in Stitches explains it really nicely in this tutorial. In February, I made 3 more duffel bags, the same ones that I made a while back. I have a video about this by Titka, I think is the name of the studio, Titka Studios. And they have 3 different sizes. They're all paid patterns. I did the medium-sized duffel bag, and I love this pattern. I have made 5 of these bags so far, all in the same fabric, because I got a whole bunch. And I use them all the time. It's the perfect size for a weekend sort of travel. It's the perfect size to put all of Max's things when we go away. So that one is highly recommended. In March, I made some toiletry bags. I had made toiletry bags in December for the elephant gift that we do for Christmas with my family. We don't really do gifts, only for children. And the adults do an elephant game. It's really fun. And I made some toiletry bags that I thought I was gonna get myself, but my niece got them. So in March, I made myself a set. The pattern is Tilda's World, and it's a free pattern, and it comes in 3 different sizes that you can make. Really nice. They fit, you know, in each other, and it works really well. I love it. I've made it a couple times. Free, really nice pattern. Then in April, I made 2 things prepping for our Rio trip that we took in May. I made myself a pink romper. This is a paid pattern. It's really cheap, by DRCT Pattern Studio. I did not like the pattern very well. I didn't like the pattern very well because they didn't have a sizing chart. They had a finished size chart, but not a body measurement chart. So I had to kind of guess by what the model in the picture looked like, what size I would be to have a very similar fit. It turned out really well. I'm definitely making another one. And you know, if you don't mind the ambiguity, it's a great pattern. Then I made some bathing suits for Max for Rio. I made them in neon orange and neon yellow. These are the colors that are the safest for children in the water and out of them, in a place where, you know, where you can see them, so that you can see them. These patterns are done by So Simple Home. I love her stuff. She has so many things. They come with tutorials, and it was just really easy to do. I did it with an overlocker, with my overlocker, and I did the overlocker on the outside so it would look a little bit more interesting, you know, with the black detail against the neon colors. Max really enjoyed them, and he was so easy to spot on the beach. It was great. Everybody knew him because we would always go to the same part of Ipanema. So the guys that work there and brought agua de coco for Max knew him, and everybody knew who this little kid in the neon bathing suit was, and so that made me feel, you know, just safe. You know, it was great. That one is free. In May, I made a whole bunch of neck warmers. I donate lots of things that Mac has to a foster home here in Viña del Mar, in the next town over. And for winter, I made all the babies there, because they're all young kids. I think the oldest is 5, neck warmers. You can see that in my neck warmer tutorial. It's a really cool tutorial. I think I did a good job here. It's a neck warmer that you can make in any gauge, any size, with any yarn. You can also crochet it. I don't crochet it. I didn't crochet it. I do crochet, but I didn't for this pattern. But you can easily adapt it. All that matters is that you make a swatch and know how many stitches you need. I think it's a pretty clear pattern, and that's what I did. I made 15 of these, made the pattern, and that's what I worked on that month. In June, I made 2 things. One was the Juniper Baby Vest for Max. This is done by Dominique Lees, and it's a free pattern that you can find on Ravelry. It's a knit poncho, and I intervened it a little bit. I made a different hoodie. I changed the sleeves a little bit and the neck. I added a button so that he could close it, and I made it really large because kids grow so fast, and I wanted him to use it last winter at daycare and the next winter, so I'm hoping that it'll fit. He really likes it because it was very big and warm, so he was very comfortable underneath it to be able to move around. I also made some unicorn scarves for my nieces Oli and Hasi, their siblings, and their birthdays are in June and July, and I made them, they love unicorns, so I got this beautiful yarn and made them scarves, the same for both of them, so that there wouldn't be issues there. No pattern, just whip them up really quickly. In July, I made myself a sweater. I used this sweater as my model. And then I grabbed some yarn that Flo, my sister from the dress in January, gave me and just whipped it up. The only hard part was to do the shoulders and the part of the neck, because I needed to match the striping of the body on both sides. So I had to do a lot of cutting and putting together of yarn so that it would sort of look the same. Other than that, it was pretty nice. The sweater's great, it's super warm. After that, I made a baby sweater for a little baby. This is a pattern that I filmed about a year ago when Max was starting to walk. No wait, he's 8 months now, so almost 2 years ago now, and I haven't put it together. It's a great pattern, much like the neck warmer. It's a pattern that you can use with any yarn, any gauge, any size, etc., etc. And that's something I should be working on next month. I mean, I should be. Del dicho al hecho hay mucho trecho, you know. One thing is to say it, one thing is to actually do it. There's a long way in between. So yeah, but that will come eventually. In August, I made another one of the unicorn scarves. I made another one of the baby sweaters. And then I made some birds for another baby. These birds are really cute. I make them in the 6 colors, the primary and secondary colors, very Montessori. They're perfect for little hands because they're nice and round. And they're made by Pink Mouse Boutique. It's a free pattern. You'll find it on Ravelry, and it's super easy. It's a crochet pattern, perfect for scraps. I filled them with yarn scraps, so they're just really cute and plump and pretty, and Max loves his, although he hasn't played with them in a long time. But I think it's a really quick, cute gift that you can make for a child. They practice colors, they practice numbers, putting in, taking out, you name it. I think you can do lots of things with it. Then I made some, with some leftover spandex, cotton spandex that I had, I made some leggings for Oli and Hasi. I'm not gonna have a girl. I'm not gonna have more children, so there's something about having nieces that is really fun because I get to make all sorts of clothes for them that Max wouldn't wear. Because although he liked the pink leggings, yeah, he liked the pink leggings. In September, I didn't sew or knit at all, but I did make my plant pond. September is spring here, so I made a plant pond. I already have one with fish. You can see Goliath here. That's our biggest fish. And I made a second one for upstairs because in the original plant pond that I made a couple years ago, I had lotus flowers that never flowered because they need a lot more sunlight than they were getting. So they had shrunk, and in September, springtime, perfect time to do things with plants. I took them out, put them on the third floor, and started a new pond. And they have definitely flourished. I don't expect them to flower this year, but I'm hoping that they will flower next year, and then I can see what I got because I don't remember what colors they were. In October and November, I made the pattern, the sleep sack pattern. That took me a long time, but I think it turned out really well. Max has been using the sleep sacks since. But it took me a long time. At the beginning, we had our in-laws. Johnny's parents came to see us, so that delayed the project about 2 weeks. I don't have a workspace here. I work here in my living room, so I didn't want to bother them with all this stuff. And that, I finished all of that, including the video, in November. And then I did something really boring but very necessary for Casa California. We changed the towels, and we got almost, like 70 new towels, and I reinforced them all around with a very small, hard to see zigzag stitch so that with all the washing that we do, they last a little longer. And very tedious, very boring, but very necessary, and very time consuming. And this month the first thing I'm counting is something I made, but I didn't really make it. Flo, my little sister from January, got herself a dress for a wedding we're going to on the 9th of January. And she looks really cute, but it was done for somebody much taller. She is $1.65 m, so 5'6" or so, but this was made for somebody way taller. So I took the whole thing apart for her a couple days ago and basically redid it. That's why I'm counting it as something I did, even though I didn't do it from scratch. But I did have to take it completely apart and put it all back together. So it was a lot of work, and I think she looks gorgeous. And then last but not least, something I am working on, and I'm hoping that I'll be done by the 31st so I can put it in the video and so that it counts, is a dress that I'm making for myself, also for this wedding. And it's a beautiful fabric, black and white. I got this from India and had it shipped here about 8 or 9 years ago. I made a scarf from it a long time ago, and I love this fabric. And I'm finally making myself a dress. I found a beautiful paid pattern by Friedlies, I'm not sure how to pronounce it, Friedlies Patterns. And it's super easy to make. I've struggled in the bust area. I made it at the beginning and it was too small, and I don't mind small with a bathing suit, but for a wedding, it might have been a little inappropriate. So I'm doing it again, and that's what I'm working on right now, just making bigger pieces for the top, and then it's just layered on the bottom. So I'm hoping that by the time you see this, right here, it will be done. And here it is. I was able to finish it right on time last night on the 30th,
and I'm adding it this morning on the 31st.
So for 2026, I have 3 projects. That's it. I have 3 projects that I would love to do. The first 2 I haven't done because I was really afraid of cutting into this fabric. And the third one is just a knit pattern that I want to make. Maybe I can start it before the other 2. I don't know, but I have this beautiful yarn. I have this great idea. I just need time to do it, and it's really hard because it's high season, and I have a feeling I'm going to be able to do it in low season when I won't be able to wear it because it's a summer sweater. Anyway, so that's one, and I want, it's again like the neck warmer, like the baby sweater. It's a sweater that I want to make a tutorial for because it's something that you can be, you can make in many sizes and any gauge, blah, 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 what I've said before, and I think is very useful. And the other 2 things are sewn projects, and those I have not been able to do because I have been very afraid of cutting into this fabric. My sister Flo, who I've been talking throughout this video, we're 4, but I'm talking about the little one over and over again, went to Japan this year and brought me 2 really beautiful pieces. One is a kimono, and the other one is an obi or a sash. Both of them can't be used as they are. They were bought in places where you buy things to recycle them. And they're just beautiful. The first one, the kimono, has some big stains, and the obi was originally, from what I've investigated, and through Reddit, I contacted some people that told me about what Flo got me, and the obi is apparently a wedding obi that was later cut up and switched to another type of obi that is less flashy and fancy, if you will. And I absolutely love this fabric. It's pretty stiff. It's a jacquard, and it's really thick, and I would love to make myself, first of all, to cut it up, and to be able to make some sort of bomber jacket or something like that. And then with the kimono, I don't know. I've been looking at different ideas, but my issue with that piece is that I want to make something that I'm going to wear often. So I did a lot of research, and from what I could gather in Reddit especially, and some of those chats, when there is such beauty that has been damaged in some way, and that beautiful piece cannot be used in the way that it was intended, it is a disservice to that beautiful piece to let it rot. So with that, I am going to totally run with it and make myself some cool pieces that I will wear forever and ever. So those are my hopes for next year. I hope you didn't get bored. I hope I didn't talk too fast. I'm a little on edge today because I've been doing so much, so I hope my energy wasn't a little cray-cray. But I wanted to wish you a very happy new year, a very great 2026. Thank you to everybody who is watching my video. I hope you liked it. If you didn't like it, I hope you like the next one. Anyway, I'll see you in 2026. Thank you for watching. Ciao, ciao.